Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Greetings, y'all. Just checking back in. This is a spiritual joint where we talk about all things spiritual and everything is spiritual. Had to do a little mic check. Sometimes we have little challenges working with tech, as we all know. So just gonna talk today. Talk about wanting what's real. There's going to come a time, I feel, in the very near future that real creators, real creatives, real authentic, true people who are actually living what they do are going to become the hot commodity. We live in this world right now where, we've got so much going on, so many things are happening. Unfortunately, we've got wars and famines still taking place across the world. Shall we say, lots of dis-ease going on across the world, sending love and peace and protection to all those who may be struggling with those things, challenged with those things. But back to wanting what's real. With all of this influx of AI, and no disrespect to the concept in which it was created, but right now it just seems to be going overboard as far as how people are using it to take over things that they would normally do. There's no problem with, getting a little inspiration, getting a little assistance, getting a little boost, or helping you overcome brain fog, we shall say. But there are a lot of people who are using this to the detriment of what's real, wherein they drop something into one of the numerous platforms of some type of AI and let it spew out the words, the concept, the book, the app, the music, whatever it is that they choose to create, air quotes, we shall say, and just take it as it is. No putting your voice on it, no putting your feeling into it, no putting your authenticity into it. Just put in the prompt and copy and paste, and that's it. And with that, we are losing what is real, because we did not truly create these things. And while you can teach, direct, show any of these various AIs how to, copy your voice, how to mimic your voice, how to regurgitate your voice, your thoughts, your concepts, your feelings, it is not you. Not really you. It can copy, but parrots mimic, minor birds mimic, crows can even mimic. And that's what not everybody, but that's what a lot of people are allowing that to become them, the synthetic them, as opposed to what's real, the real them, wherein it is just being not even used as a tool, but as a replacement, because while it can mimic all of these things and regurgitate these things and create in a very loose sense of the word, we are not using it as a tool, as an assistant, as a running out of words, as, and I feel that too many people are using it as a means to be lazy, we shall say. Granted, I know, brain fog is real. That is a real thing. It happens a lot sometimes, but to just plug something in and copy and paste, at some point in time, if it continues and more people continue to use it in that manner to the point where nobody is actually using their mind, using their creativity, using their feelings, their senses to bring forth the things that they were supposed to bring forth at some point in time, what happens to the real? Wanting what's real, being what's real, doing what's real. That's where we seem to be losing it. We are following in the footsteps, in the pathway of a manner in which we will at some point, or those of us who still continue to use it that way, we will lose ourselves. And then what happens to our mission here, our goal here, the reason we were put here is to, I feel, can be, maybe, may not agree, but we are to learn to grow and develop into our best, most authentic self, which is the real. Welcome to the real. But too many of us are losing it in favor of, succumbing to the desires of the societal propaganda, the societal push, what society is telling us to do, the game, the matrix, where we are just becoming robots, robotons, just instruments in the worst sense of that word, in that we give ourselves up, we are being drained, used, where we're just not the real anymore. We have this societal push where it's always, get more in, get more done, do more, push, run. And while this tool that we have at our fingertips now can be used in a beneficial way, yes, it can help, put things out quickly, do research or whatever for you, but allowing it to do your part to become you, to take over your creative faculties, as opposed to say, okay, can you help me? Can you help come up with some ideas, some words and this, and then, you look at what it brings to you, because it does it infinitesimally faster, of course, but we need to look at these things and say, okay, well, I like this one and this one, or I like this one and this one, or put it together in a way that is coming from you, coming from your authenticity, from your being, from your essence, from your self, from your real. We're getting to the point where we, with this influx of all this tech, we don't interact, and as beings, human beings, one of our needs is for other human being or animal, that some type of interaction, some type of connection, some type of bonding, some type of cohesive togetherness, and we're losing it as we are sitting in front of these computers, these tablets, these phones, and we're buried in these things, and our thumbs have become the most social things that we have. We are losing ourselves to the unreal. We are becoming undone. We are becoming unhuman, in that we are worrying about how many people like our things, or how many people comment, or how many people are sitting behind their desktop, laptop, becoming this amazing keyboard warrior and controlling our lives to the point where that's the only thing that matters, where we become so caught up in this tech that we don't recognize the real. We don't speak to each other. We don't interact with each other. We are not in the real, in the reality, the space of the real. We are no longer there. We are just becoming that which we have created to help us, and allowing it to take our place, where that is the real and we are the unreal. And at a certain point, we need to sit down and recognize that we have tools for a reason. They are to help us, not to replace us. They are assistance in the grand scheme of things, to make some things easier, to make some things less challenging, to speed up certain things so that we have more time to be human, to be real, as opposed to losing ourselves and not ever figuring out that we have fallen into this rabbit hole, fallen into this abyss, fallen into this black hole, and there is no ladder long enough, high enough, deep enough that is going to get us out. We're going to have to figure out what it is that we need to do to get back to wanting what's real and being what's real, and understanding, knowing within ourselves that what matters, what should matter, is that our mission, our purpose, our goal, our journey is to be real. Peace.